Hello everyone, my name is The Man, and welcome to the very first Man TV movie. For the first time in 2 years, there is a movie of mine coming out that is part of the story of this entire franchise of mine. In total, this is now the 19th movie overall. I'm going to talk about first of every single movie. Now, there was a movie about 2 weeks ago called The Man vs. Shadow. I did have a cameo in Madness vs. Shadow as well, but that was just a versus film. And I'll get into the versus films from 2 years ago. So in 2017. I had been killing every 2 years since 2002. In 1997, my former wife and I moved into a house in 92. Stayed there for 5 years. We were only 20 when we got the house. And one night in 1997, there was a break-in. My wife was kidnapped, I was knocked out, and she was missing for 5 years, until 2002, when we found her body. I eventually found the two people that did it, and I tortured the hell out of them, and killed them both. And ever since then, it is now 2033, almost 2034. Once Horrifying Nights Season 2 begins, it'll be officially 2034. So, for about 32 years now, I have been killing. But, I guess I'll start with the prequel movies, because that's what basically led into the very first film, so I'll start with that. Brandon wants me, the Brandon who created this fictional version, obviously Horrifying Nights, Indiana is a very real city that I live in, but Brandon created a fictional version of this, and I guess he wrote in his script that I have to talk, so that's what I'm doing. In 2002, the very first prequel movie was made, and it talked about from 1997 to 2002, and basically talked about what happened right after it happened. I went to the bar, and then I officially left. I left the house, I left everybody. And it was just me and the detective working non-stop trying to figure out what is going on. And then I went to a therapist named Doc. And Doc made a very big appearance in The Man's 4 through 6. I'll get into that in a little bit. So Doc was my therapist. For that first 5 years, I was very truthful, and I needed to figure out what was going on. And I was just so depressed and all that stuff. But then I had this great idea. After about 3 years later, after I started going to Doc, got a phone call that the bodies were found and that my wife was dead. I had to come down, and I said that I don't want to come down right now. I didn't want to see my wife dead. I wanted to see her alive, just be with her. and live life again. I never wanted to kill, but now I enjoy killing because it gets my mind off of what happened that night. But after I did that, I found this hoodie. This has been the symbol of this entire city. I'm the most infamous killer, the most famous killer in this entire city. I've been viewed over 3 million times. Now, Brandon made a fictional version of me, so technically that fictional version of myself has been viewed 3 million times, but I still count it. I'm the most popular person in this entire city, and will always be. Man vs. Shadow was viewed over 15,000 times across all the channels I was on combined. Brand for some reason wants 500 million channels. I can understand why he wants it. And then Madness vs. Shadow only got about half that combined. So with my name on it, it's huge. Anybody else's name on it does not even half. So yeah. But back to the movie. So I found this, I put this on, and then prequel 2, The Man at the Beginning 2 officially started, and this was 2002 to 2007. Oh no, it was 2007 to 2012. As a prequel, it started in 1997, but immediately went back to 2002, and then prequel 2 started and started in 2002, but went immediately back to 2007. Fast forward, and that's when I started not trusting anybody. Started lying to Doc, which I do kind of regret, but I made up for that in the end. I was actually telling the truth in the end, but from 2007 to 2012, I wasn't doing any of that. So I started killing. Started in 2002 with the 2 people, and then 2004, then 2006, and 2008. And that's when the city started going a little bit down. 2003 was when it officially started. In 2006, obviously, 2002, 2003 was when this damn cult, called the Horrifying Nights cult, started messing with me and all that stuff. And now I didn't know at the time that I was being stalked by 2 sets of people. One was the Notebook Man, and then obviously before I killed him, it was Toby, which I'll get into that in a little bit. So I continued going to the therapist from 97 all the way up to 2015, 2017. But prequel 2, I started every 2 years. I don't know why I chose every 2 years, but that's just what I did. For Shadow, it was every 3 years. For Madness, it was, once he started in 2017, he's never stopped every single year, but he didn't kill for 25 years. And the cult was messing with me. So the hardest times for me was from 2002 to 2006, because I finally killed the 2 people that did that. But once the cult had this idea, all that stuff, so many things were happening between 96 to 2006. You had the cult, you had this dead picture killer that was killing at this theater for 3 months straight, and then they shut that down. And I really liked that theater, I really did. Watched some great movies in the 90s, a lot of slashers, wink wink, and it was a lot of fun. But then they closed it down, and they're building a new theater now, so that's gonna be kind of interesting. So Brandon turned that to the Dead Picture season 3, or somewhere around there. But so from 2002 to 2007, I was basically being very nonchalant and non-truthful at all. Still killing. I would only kill around 1 or 2 people. No one could figure out why. I mean, from 97 till 2017, 2018, no one even realized why I was doing what I was doing, or even who was doing it. The nickname The Man didn't even start until 2017. But yeah, from 2007 to 2012 wasn't truthful at all. And then now we get into Man in the Beginning 3. I do have to say, the prequel movies, Brandon, you did a very good job. Obviously, I watch everything I do because I'm very, very in love with myself. So I have to say, you did a very good job, and I don't really say that to you that often because you don't deserve it. I deserve all the love and stuff like that. Brandon, you did a good job for that. But let me get to The Man in the Beginning 3. This is the final prequel movie and leads into the very first Man film. So, all these events have actually happened. Brandon, I guess, just got all the information because he became obsessed with this city that was once the largest city in Indiana and one of the largest cities in the Midwest. At one point, we had nearly 13 million people. And then starting in 2003, 2004, it started slowly going down. And starting in 2018, 2020, that's when it started going way down. But 2012 to 2017, by the end, I started to become more truthful towards Doc. I did like Doc. I just didn't like that he decided to intervene with me trying to kill Tim, and so I had to take him out. I'll get into that in The Man 6 when I talk about that. So at the end of The Man in the Beginning 2, I had mentioned something that was very scary to me. It was the first time probably in 5 years I had been truthful. I said to Doc that I think I need something much stronger or something like that. And when he asked why, I said because I'm seeing my wife. And it scared me a lot because by that point she had been dead for 10 years. And it scared me. I didn't mind seeing her, I just wanted her back so bad. I didn't know if it was pills that were making me do this or what. I just wanted something to... Because I still dream about her because she was the love of my life. And any of you out there that you're in, whether it's your high school sweetheart, college sweetheart, or something like that, grew up together and then became together. Once you lose them in any way, shape, or form, whether it's from a freak accident, old age, or whatever, it tears you down. And it doesn't matter how long you're together, how much you say you don't like each other and you have arguments. In the end, you still love each other. That's what makes you guys you. Because everybody fights. I had arguments with my wife because no relationship was perfect. We still loved each other more than anything else. When it was taken away, it just tore at me. And when I was first seeing my wife, I was fine with it. But then I started realizing that no, she's gone. And I never wanted to get that feeling. So Doc took that medicine off of me, and I just started not taking it at all because everything started going away. And then in the end, I told Doc that I need to go away. This is going to be the final session. And it was sad because I started becoming very truthful, but I needed to go because I needed to go away. because I had something big planned. And that was not only going back to the house, but actually going back to the house and from now on killing anybody at any point, killing every single man that goes into that house, no matter how old. Back then I had between 20 and 23, but now it was anybody, any age. So now we go in. This led into the Man 1, and so the Man 1 begins. And for the next 10 films, spanning 10 years, from 2017 to 2027, it was the first film. Had this YouTuber named Brandon, wink wink. He just moved into this house, and all of a sudden he starts seeing me, whether it's across the street or something like that. Very creepy stuff. Basically, the first 3 films were like a police procedural or a thriller mystery. And at the end, Tim, I'm 2 steps ahead. I get Brandon, I kidnap him, and I kill him. The next film, The Man 2, a man named Chris comes in, and The Man 2, they realize that my wife was kidnapped and killed. Now, at first they thought it was me that did it, but they soon realized that there was a break-in, and she was taken. Not killed by me, I was knocked out. So, and once again, I'm now 3 steps ahead, and I kill Chris. And for the first time ever, someone heard my voice for the very first time. And I said that because he asked me, why did you do it? And I said, I'm bored. The third film in the final film in the first trilogy of 3 trilogies. And basically, Tim's basically this once detective, now former, well, he's dead now, but former detective, and he was basically let go. He became way too obsessed. He bought the house. He bought this house I'm in right now, and he bought it. He made it his own, and so that no one else is smart. But he didn't realize that there's going to be a lot of new characters going to be coming in, and a lot of them are going to be dead. Actually, all of them. But So his partner quits on him and goes to a different division. He gets taken out. He gets taken off the case and put on a leave of absence. And he just, in the Man 4, he eventually just quits the force and goes to medical school because he wanted to do medical things, so he did that. But in the Man 3, you finally saw me. You didn't see my face. That was in the Man 10. You saw my face for the very first time. And he shot me 6 times. Well, actually it was 7, but he said 6. And I fell to the ground. He goes over to check, and I'm gone. And at the end, I revealed that I had a bulletproof vest on me. Because once again, I'm 2 steps ahead of him. But you got the first mention of, so that was it, of the Man 3. So the Man 4 begins. Now, in the end of the Man 3, there was a mention of Doc. I hadn't heard Doc's name in 4 years, at least. 4 or 5 years at least. And so Doc comes in for the very first time. He mentions that, hey, now Tim doesn't really believe him at first. He thinks that he's part of this, and how does he know so much? But then he proves that, hey, this was my patient, and all that stuff. But I used many different names, so he just nicknamed me the Man. That's when the Man nickname officially became a thing, was the Man 4. It officially became a thing. It was just like a nickname for the papers, for the tabloids and all that stuff, but this is when it officially became the Man. So 2017 was the first Man, now we're in the Man 4, so this is 2020, and 2020, 2021, and the Man, as we know it, became even more pissed off. So this time, you had the Man going up against, you had myself going up against them and trying to get even more information. But the 4 through 6 is basically a story-driven, character-driven horror mystery. And basically, the Man 7 through 10 is more of a recovery and very much horror. It's very scary type horror. Not jump scare, because there is no jump scares. Why? So, in the Man 4 and 5, Doc and them are trying to make plans to get security cameras. Tim has this tech guy and this hacker that comes in. And now we get into the Man 6, which, according on YouTube, is the 3rd most watched Man movie. At 95,000 people watched it. And it has the most likes to dislikes. It had over 2,500, between 2,500 and 4,500 likes to just 25 dislikes. So, beyond positive. And I have to agree with them. It's my favorite because I had my most shocking kill of the entire series up until Season 6, Episode 7 of the series. So, Doc officially has his plan. He's going to basically put himself out there and try and distract me, and Tim will come in, stab me, and try and basically find information on me, or try and kill me, because they're beyond obsessed with me. I'm obsessed with them. Tim is the only one, until Brandon and Toby, but more so Brandon, that's the only one to get stuff out of me. Not much. Brandon's the only one to actually get stuff out of me, and obviously Toby, because he's been stalking me the entire time. But, so, Doc goes out to get a smoke. He goes down the stairs, and all of a sudden, several minutes pass. Tim wonders, where the hell is Doc? Goes down the stairs, and Doc is bleeding out, has his throat cut. Most shocking kill of the entire series. If you ask some of the fans of the Man movie franchise, they will say it's the most shocking death of the entire series. No one expected it. Absolutely no one. It's true. There was at one point, I've never said this until right now, that actually wasn't going to kill Doc. Doc is the only person I felt positive of. And just before I, slit his throat. I did say, I'm sorry. And Doc is the only one where he's like, I understand. He says, just make it quick. And so I killed him in the most fastest way possible, hitting the jugular and all that stuff. But I did say, I'm sorry that it has to be like this. But I gotta do this. For her. She doesn't want me to kill, obviously. She didn't plan that, but I gotta do this just to avenge her death. And he understood, and then I did it, and I actually shed a tear. And I put my hand on him, and then I ran. I ran down the stairs. Tim goes down the stairs. Doc is obviously dead now. And Tim goes down the stairs. He sees me. You still don't see my face at all. And he tries to shoot me, but he misses. The gun jams. And I get away, and that is it. Now the Man 7. Recovery. The news guy officially comes in. Now, oh no. The Man 6, I stab, or is that Man 7? I don't know which one, but in the Man 7, news guy appears and all that stuff. And I stab, in the end, and I thought I killed Tim. Blood everywhere and all that stuff. So, the next one, it's Man 8 or 7. But it's either Man 6 or, I think it's Man 6. I think it is. Yeah, Man 6. Man 7, at the very end, news guy officially appears. And this is when I wanted to kill news guy so badly. Tim gets very pissed off in the Man 8, because basically the news guy said that Tim is alive. That shocked me, that he is still alive and all that stuff. He recovered and all that stuff. Now he's home. I got very pissed off. So, the Man 8, Tim gets very pissed off, as do I, that he disclosed that information. I got pissed off because he's alive. And so the tech guy and the news guy's boss comes in and helps them out. Gets all the information that they can get, but basically nothing. I end up killing the landlord and the landlord's brother and sister. But the sister didn't want to kill her, but she saw, so I had to. So the Man 9. Man 9 officially comes around, and this is the second to last film in the original storyline. Basically, there's this story. I'll go through the storylines and all that stuff. And the Man 9 officially starts, and Dave, I think, is the news guy's boss, and he hears something. He hears me, basically, because they had security cameras, and you could clearly see me going past and going into the house. Dave just says, I'm going down the stairs. Goes, he dies, obviously. The news guy officially comes in, and he gets hit, but he doesn't die. Tim once again tries to kill me, but it doesn't work. I run. And now we get into the Man 10. You hear my voice for the very first time, actually talking to the viewers for the very first time. I talk about how I need to do this for her and all that stuff. And this is the only time I felt like Tim actually felt bad. It's the only time where, once I explained what I was doing, he understood. But I didn't need to kill after that. That's basically what he was saying. So, news guy is calling on the phone, and then you hear this pounding and crashing and stuff breaking and all that stuff. And all of a sudden, I appear. You don't see my face. He just runs, and I kill the news guy. I call Tim, tell him that the news guy is dying to see you, and then I explain that he's dead. I kill a bunch of more people. I talk to the viewers even more. This is the longest movie up until the Horrifying Nights movie and Cornmay's Mystery 2 of the entire movie universe, basically. And basically, Tim and I meet. He officially goes down the stairs, and everybody gets to finally see my face. We talk, and he says that I understand. I would do the same thing, but I would have not killed after that. I understood. We fought. He shot me 4 times and I died. Yes, I died. Now you're wondering, how am I still alive now? Well, there's 3 separate timelines, 3 different storylines. One involving this one. This is the first storyline. I die and I killed Tim in the process. Tim officially died. So that is it for the original. And now the versus films. Now, yes, there are versus films. There's actually 4 versus films. 5 if you count the Man versus Shadow. So the Man versus Man 1. We decided to 2 killers basically facing off for the very first time ever. Madness won the first one. The second one, I won, called The Man's Revenge. I won that one. The third one, the bloodiest episode, movie, whatever you want to call it, Brandon has ever done. And I died. Again. Because that was, the versus films with a separate storyline. Because if I did that, then it would be already 2031, it would already be almost 2040. Brandon didn't want to do that, so I understood. So this is its separate storyline, but I died again. And then you have the Man vs. Man 4, which is just went into all the characters in that, basically went into the series. The first season of the series, basically followed Tim and Brandon. Tim's son, Tim Jr., and Brandon's son, Brandon Jr. were both doctors, and I began stalking them as they moved into this house. At the end of season 1, I catch up to them. I didn't really talk to the viewers that much, but I was a little bit. And basically, I tell them that I'm not going to kill you yet. Think of plans, because I want to make this interesting. Season 2, they think of a plan that actually works. It actually works. It actually distracts me, and they get the hell out of there. They eventually come back. Season 3, though. Wow. Sorry, almost 33 minutes long. Wow. Longest take I've ever done. The third season was very interesting. And I still say it's up there. One of the best seasons that Brandon has ever done. Giving you so many compliments, Brandon, but don't get used to it. So, season 3. Toby officially comes in. Now, Toby is a very interesting person. Was a very interesting person, because he's dead now. He had been stalking me ever since that first kill in 2002. So by this point, season 3 was 2030. So he had been stalking me for 28 years, and I had no idea. He basically explained that he is obsessed with me. He is a super fan, but for all the wrong reasons. And I didn't know about him. I was too busy trying to kill and all that stuff, so I wasn't really watching the series. I watch every episode just on a much later time. So on episode 9, which Brandon says is one of his favorite episodes that he's ever done, I guess it's because Toby finally appeared and he scared me. and it was because I had already had the situation with the cult, but by then, the cult had already mysteriously vanished for 24 years, almost a quarter century. They ended in 2006 for weird reasons. And then now, all over again, is this guy, and he's basically me, but on playing both sides, good and bad. It scared me, and basically that was their plan. Use him as bait, and then you had some of the characters from the actual movie franchise that came back, were not actually dead, which scared me even more. Season 4, which in my opinion has the best season finale, was basically Toby finally admits that he has killed before and he's itching to do it again. And then you have the man, basically you have me getting knocked out, blood next to me. Brandon put, I guess, like a GoPro on the fictional version of me, and it was a cool shot. I will admit, that was a very cool shot. And that worked also. But Toby just became so scary. So season 5 came along, the quote-unquote milestone season. Basically, he was itching to kill. And so was I. I became basically every first episode except the pilot. The Man's Man and I do a crossover. So him and I both made a deal that we were going to finally kill the main character for once. So I had to make a choice, either Tim or Brandon. So I decided, screw it, Tim, and I stabbed him and killed him. Even Toby was shocked. And basically, everybody else started moving up to the mansion. And basically, the mansion is all the characters are being terrorized by us, the killers and stalkers, move into the biggest house in Horrifying Nights. You can comfortably have 30 people. If you want a party size of like 50, you can easily do that. So everybody has their own space. So basically, season 5 ended with basically everyone deciding to fight it out, and I said screw it. In season 6, I kidnapped Toby. And for 6 episodes, him and I played a game. Instead of 20 questions, it was 10 questions. 3 categories. If he got any of them wrong, he would die. If he got them all categories right, he would live. He got it wrong. So I killed Toby. After 3 long seasons, he debuted in season 3, episode 2, so that's 13, and 7. So 33 episodes, 3 seasons. He scared me. Now I have nothing to be scared of. But in season 5, episode 7, I died again. Yes, I know you're like, wait, what? I died. Now, how am I standing right here? Well, there's this crazy thing called the blue liquid. I have no idea what the hell it is, but it made me come back alive and turned me supernatural. So now I am supernatural. But that is the whole history. 38 minutes it took to tell the entire history. For the next probably 30 minutes, you guys are going to watch the movie. This movie, I don't know what it is, but it's going to be between now and me killing Toby, but it's going to be a separate story, so all that stuff. Hopefully new characters so I can kill them and all that stuff. So let's begin. So here we go, guys.